Get ready to learn the top secrets and simple strategies for living the life of your dreams. Welcome to Living the Dream Podcast, where it's not just about achieving your goals in the future, it's about enjoying your journey along the way. Here are your hosts, Krista Joy and Christy Fredericks.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our show. Are you someone that rolls through your days with no plan or schedule? Do you jump from one task to another without much thought or consideration? Do you thrive on spontaneity and surprises?
Or are you a person who craves structure and routine? Do you meticulously plan out your days and your to-do list? Do you get excited by organization and the arrival of next year's blank calendar ready to be filled?
Whether you are carefree or methodical, research has shown that achieving a comfortable balance between those two qualities, as well as having a few simple daily habits, can set us up for success.
Believe it or not, having routine in your day doesn't have to be rigid or restrictive. A bit of structure in our daily life actually allows for more freedom, creativity, and opens the path to fulfilling our true potential.
Today, Christy and I are going to share with you our top 11 daily habits for success. Try a few of these in your life and notice after a few days how these simple changes improve motivation, decrease procrastination, build momentum, increase efficiency, boost mood, and reduce stress.
So let's get started. Number 1, make a plan. Before you go to bed each night, spend a few minutes planning for the next day. Schedule blocks of time for everything that's important to you. Be sure to include appointments, meetings, meals, family time, and don't forget to include time for self-care. Don't worry about writing an overwhelming to-do list with countless items that you could never complete in a single day. Instead, just focus on writing down your top 3 list. Just 3 things that if you get them completed, you will feel the day has been a success. So Krista, is this something that, I know I'm a planner. So I have that tendency to write down the to-do list. I'm looking at mine right now. It's probably got a good 30 items on it. So do you feel like you plan? Do you feel like you do a to-do list? Do you just wing it?
Well, Christy, I was raised since I was 18 years old in my direct sales company. One of the secrets to success was to make a list of 6 most important things to do today, and to do that, the night before. So I still reach for a little bit of that because I am super productive on the days, we've talked about this, and on our productive days, we seem to be super productive, and on our resting days, we kind of don't do anything at all. So
Exactly.
I think it all kind of balances out, but it's always good to at least have a list to refer back to. And as long as you don't beat yourself up, do the best you can, but it's nice to have it written down in pen and paper so you don't forget anything, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like those days that I don't make a list, which on the weekends, I tend to not write anything down. And on the weekends, I feel like I'm just like floating around, drifting from thing to thing. I don't really ever feel like I accomplish much. And so for me, if I don't actually write a list, and I don't care, it can be 3 items, it can be 5, it can be whatever, 6. If I don't actually put things down on a list, I feel like I don't get anything done.
Yeah.
I probably do, but there's just such a sense of accomplishment when I get to check it off, whether it's on my phone and I get to like click the little square and it disappears, or I physically mark it off on paper. I tend to do both. I have a lot of lists going at the same time. But I don't know, it just feels good. I feel like I'm getting something done. And I really like, for this on our 11 daily habits, the making a plan the night before. Do you try to do it the night before, or do you do it when you first wake up in the morning?
Definitely the night before. I sleep better if I don't lay there and go, oh, I can't forget this, I can't forget that. If I know it's on the list, then I'll sleep better.
Me too. Otherwise, my brain just feels full. And when I wake up in the middle of the night, then my wheels start turning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope I don't forget that. And then I just,
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to turn it off and go back to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the next one's a tough one for me. It's go to bed early. Did you know that going to bed early and getting 8 hours of sleep each night has been scientifically proven to boost your brain power? Recent studies have shown that sleep deprivation can seriously diminish a person's cognition, concentration, and memory. So if you want to wake up refreshed, focused, and ready for a successful day, head to bed early each night. Yeah, it sounds great, but I'm more of a night person. I really don't want to go to bed early unless I'm just truly exhausted. So,
Wait, and I also heard the philosophy too that it's even more than going to bed early. It's really about that 8 hours of sleep. So I know a lot of people who, my kids, for example, they have a whole different clock than I do, right? And I think most teenagers do. They tend to stay up later and get up later. The information that I have read has said a lot about it's really just about the amount of sleep that you get. So you don't necessarily have to be married to like the time on your clock because for your life in the entertainment industry, you guys have late nights. So, getting 8 hours, maybe your 8 hours is from, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Maybe your go to bed early is like go to bed early in the morning. It's all right. It's still 8 hours. I think it's more about the whole sleep deprivation thing. Because I know even if I've gone to bed at 10, if my sleep is disrupted, again, I have teenagers and sometimes they don't get started on homework until 10 o'clock at night. That's when I'm going to bed. So if the printer fails or something happens, I'm getting a text or a phone call in the middle of the night. Mom, wake up. The printer's broken. I can't print. Like, dude, it's 2 a.m. I'm asleep. But, so like if your sleep's disrupted, I think is really the big thing. Because then that whole next day, I'm just shot. Like, I don't even know what's happening. It's like I'm dreaming. I'm just sleepwalking around.
me too. I am not a good person to be sleep. Yeah, I have to get my sleep. Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yes, we are princesses,
We
right?
are.
We're Disney princesses. We need that beauty
Yep.
sleep. All right. So up next, number 3, get up with the first alarm. Set your alarm the night before and get up as soon as it goes off without hitting snooze, not even once. Why is this such a big deal, you ask? Well, hitting snooze subconsciously can register as a failure in your mind. By not getting up, you have already let yourself down, not achieved your first goal of the day, and you aren't even out of bed yet. Instead, start your day with a success. Get up and get going on a productive day ahead.
The only way I can do this is if I put my phone across the room. So I have to literally get out of bed to shut it off. And then I know that I will get up with the first alarm.
Yes. See, I'm the same way. This is probably for me the most difficult thing on this list. Do not like to get up. I am not a morning person. I really, really struggle with it. And so this week I've been trying. We were talking before we went on here about habits. I have some bad habits that I'm trying to fix. One of them is just hitting snooze a million times and then just eventually shutting off the alarm altogether and just like giving up on it. Forget it. I'll just get up whenever I get up. So this week I set myself a reasonable goal. I think where I fall apart on this getting up with the first alarm is I get super ambitious. I feel like, okay, I'm going to be a member of this 5 a.m. club. I'm going to set my alarm for 5 a.m. I'm going to be up every day at 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's really cold and dark in Colorado at 5 o'clock. It's really hard. I don't want to do that. So instead, I just decided to be way more realistic about it and just said, you know what? I'm going to set my alarm for 7. And 7 o'clock is when I'm going to start my day. And I'm going to feel really good about it if I can set my alarm at 7 and get up. And I was able to do it. Now, this is only day 2. We're recording on a Tuesday. This is only day 2, but, I'm feeling good about it.
I would too. That's an accomplishment. That's pretty awesome.
Now, I went to bed at 10, but, I had to get that 9 hours,
absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Good for you. Well, the next one we have is a daily habit for success is to drink water. I like this one. Your body needs to stay hydrated to perform at its best, and there is no better way than by drinking water. Did you know that your brain is mostly water? So by drinking it, you'll notice increased focus, alertness, and concentration. Water can also increase energy and reduce fatigue, leading to a more successful day. So get a big bottle filled with ice water and start drinking. It makes a big difference for me too, and how my face looks. Like I literally get kind of puffy if I don't have enough water. So if nothing else, I'll do it for beauty reasons.
You get puffy if you don't drink water? That's interesting. I tend to, again, bad habits. I am a big root beer drinker. That is my main source of fluids, really bad. And we had talked about, I've been over the last few weeks kind of decreasing my intake of root beer. I'm at about a 25% of what I used to drink in a week. So, small baby steps, trying to do better. But I have never really paid attention to the difference. I wonder if I will notice a difference when I start increasing water versus soda, like if that'll make a difference. That's interesting to me about your skin being puffier.
Oh,
and
yeah.
making
My
drink
body
water.
says, oh, you're not getting water. Let me hold on to every single drop and put it in your ankles in case we need it later.
That's really fascinating. That's really fascinating because I would feel like I notice, and I live in an extremely dry desertous climate, but I notice if I don't drink, like my hands will get shriveled. And like right now, I'm just looking at them right now. They're very shriveled. It's early in the morning, but I really probably should get some water. But I've never noticed the puffiness. But that, of course, our bodies are made up of mostly water. So if we're not drinking it, I'm sure it makes a difference.
Sense.
So, number 5, we have listen to music. There's nothing that can lift your spirits quicker or get you pumped up faster than your favorite upbeat song. To get yourself going on a successful and productive day, turn on your favorite tunes and spend a few moments singing or dancing along. Remember, if you're feeling down or lethargic, don't put on music that fits your melancholy mood. Instead, put on bright, lively music for the mood you want to be in. This, I think, is really interesting because I think a lot of us tend to put on the music for the way we're feeling as opposed to the way we want to feel. And I think this makes a huge difference because I remember, it's years ago, I hate cleaning the house. I mean, I still do. That wasn't years ago, but I hate it. I hate cleaning the house. But I remember a long time ago that I would put on just blasting, upbeat, loud, like pumped up music you would hear if you went to go work out or something, because it was the only way I could get myself up and going. And I would end up cleaning the house probably maybe twice as fast as I normally would if it was just silent. Because instead, like if it's silent, my mind is just thinking about, oh, I hate this. It's horrible. But with that really pumped up, bright, lively music, I'm just like, okay, I'm getting this done. I feel like I'm doing something. This is great.
Oh yeah. There's definitely a physiological response to music. And I want to encourage everybody, once again, if you're listening to this, you can email me at livingthedreampodcaster@gmail.com. I'll be happy to email you some free uplifting music. Woohoo! So just send me an email if you need somewhere to get started. Yeah, it works. All right, number 6 on our 11 daily habits for success: eat something energizing. Yoo-hoo! I love to eat, so any reason to eat more will be great for me. Another surefire way to a successful and productive day is by nourishing yourself with energizing foods. Each of us is different, so if you pay attention to your body after you eat, you have probably noticed certain meals leave you feeling sleepy and sluggish, while others leave you invigorated and ready to go. Satisfy your hunger with foods that are balanced in carbs, protein, and fiber that contain high levels of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, such as berries, nuts, legumes, leafy green vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, and dark chocolate. So there's a reason to add some more dark chocolate to your diet.
Yes, absolutely. I can totally get behind the dark chocolate. Yeah, 100%. I never really paid too much attention. I'm sure, just like with water, I'm sure the foods that I eat have an impact on how I feel. I think there's only been maybe a couple of times where I've really noticed. I feel like when I eat Italian food, which I love, but if I eat a bunch of pasta and bread, I can't stay awake. I just absolutely cannot stay awake. It is time for a nap. And when I eat protein, I feel like I have way more energy. And I know that when I used to would run, if I would eat dinner before I would go and run, and it was like a high protein meal, I would always be able to, I felt like I could run faster and further before I started to get really tired. I don't notice it as much now because I feel like I'm, not doing as much or getting out as much. So I feel like I should probably eat healthier for sure. I can definitely get behind dark chocolate.
We'll start with
Yeah,
that.
right. Right. Small steps, right?
Yeah.
Dark chocolate. I'll just start there. Next up, we have number 7, get outside. Spend some time every day getting outside. Study after study have proven the tremendous physical and mental health benefits of spending time in nature. Just a few minutes outside each day has been shown to reduce stress, decrease fatigue, improve memory, boost mood, fight anxiety and depression, increase focus and creativity, as well as sharpen thinking. All of these incredible benefits can lead to a more successful life.
Who would have ever thought that going outside and literally smelling the roses could help you be more successful if you just do it every day? But I do think there's something to it. You know, I'm in Florida where there's lots of sunshine, and they literally say your body needs that vitamin D and everything so you don't get depressed. And I believe there's something to that. And how does it work when you're in a really cold climate, Christy? Do you think you still need to get outside every day to be successful?
I do. And in the winter time, it can be brutal, but I live in Colorado and it's kind of crazy because in Colorado, unbelievably, we do have 300 plus days of sunshine a year, despite the fact it gets extremely cold. And in general, Colorado is a very outdoorsy place. So I remember countless days where I'm looking at the temperature and it reads -10, and I'm standing on the top of a mountain, fully decked out in a ton of, I look like the kid on the Christmas Story where I like can't put my arms down. I've got so many layers on the top of a mountain getting ready to snowboard down it. And one thing about Coloradoans, we do not let weather get in the way. It doesn't matter. People are outside every single day here. And I think that we're always kind of known as one of the healthiest states in the country. And I think that that has a great deal to do with just the love of nature that most of the people here in our state have and the amount of time that we spend outside. We literally spend time outside every day, even in the snow.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I need to work on doing that more.
I really love it, and it does just give you such a sense of peace to me. Just a few minutes outside in nature where it's just quiet and still, and you can just have a few moments to yourself. I don't know. That's just a huge sense of peace in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for number 8, we want you to practice gratitude. So we're big on this. We talk about this a lot on our show. Write down or say out loud 3 things that you were grateful for each day. They don't have to be big. It can be as simple as your cup of coffee, anything that makes you happy and lifts your spirits. Being in a grateful and positive mindset each day increases productivity and motivation. This is a fantastic practice for success, and we should do this on a daily basis. Being grateful is so important, don't you think, Christy?
Absolutely. And I feel like being grateful opens us up for so many more things to be grateful for. And it really just leads us to start looking for those silver linings, for those little things that sometimes we just overlook or we take for granted, or they've always been there until suddenly they're not. It can be something as simple as, I've broken toes before in the most ridiculous ways, but you don't even think about like your toe, right? I mean, it's there, whatever, it's a toe. But as soon as it's broken and you can't really walk anymore without pain, then you suddenly appreciate something even as small as your toe. You're just like, oh my God, I love my toe. I hope it will fix, just get well so I can walk again. There's just tiny little things out there that we don't necessarily think about unless we do spend the time focusing on it and practicing gratitude. Always something good out there. Next up, we have number 9, move your body. Why not get the blood pumping with a few minutes of exercise each day? This doesn't have to be an hour-long, high-intensity workout. You can start slow with a few simple stretches or yoga poses to help with flexibility and circulation, or maybe try a nice stroll around your neighborhood. Anything that gets you up and moving helps to release endorphins in your body that improve mood and increase energy levels, leading to a more successful day.
Yep, I gotta agree. And this goes back to singing and dancing, maybe to some great music. That can be, then you're a two for one. But definitely moving around, getting the blood pumping, it makes everything seem to go a little bit better, and you just feel better on the inside, which will help you be more successful. So I like that one.
I do too. And like you said with the dancing, I mean, for me, I'm not a big fan of typical exercise. I'm not huge on going to the gym and just doing repetitive weightlifting and things like that. But for years, I was a dancer up until I had my first son. And it can be something as simple as that. You can just turn on music and just dance around or look at TikTok videos and try to imitate them. Or there's so many YouTube videos. I mean, there's shuffle dance now. Like, I am kind of obsessed with it. So I keep watching shuffle dance videos and doing these steps, and you can break a sweat. I mean, you really do move your body and you get pumped up and you have the music. That whole thing can get you psyched up for a good day ahead.
Oh, that sounds fun. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, look up shuffle
All right.
dancing. It's awesome.
I'm down. I'll look it up. All right, number 10, focus on your why. Spend some time each day focusing on your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want this dream to come true? Why is it important to you? When life throws you a curveball and things get tough, it's important to remember why you got started in the first place. Keeping your personal why front and center helps to maintain focus, motivation, and productivity while striving for success each day. And once again, I know in my heart of hearts, because I've seen it work, but pictures speak 1,000 words. So if you take a little time to, maybe print out some pictures or put them in a journal, put them on the wall, things that inspire you and spark joy, make sure you're focused and going in the right direction. Focusing on your why is super important. I think pictures can help a little bit if you need some help with that.
I agree. And I've told this story before about how I was desperate to move to Colorado, and I kept a picture in my desk at work of this beautiful mountain scene. It's like Colorado on it, like a little postcard. And just reminding myself, even at work, when I was struggling at work and it was difficult and people were difficult, and just pulling out that picture, remembering, okay, I am here. I am doing this job that is not my favorite job, but it pays well because this is my why. I want to move to Colorado. I need to save this money. I need to do this in order to get me to where I want to go. And I don't know, it's just amazing how when you have something like that to focus on, it really pulls you in that direction. It's almost magnetic. I don't know what that is. It's that point of attraction where it just really pulls you towards it.
Manifestation. It's a real thing. Yeah, I've seen it in my own life too. It's amazing.
And finally, number 11, one small step. Look for one small step you can take action on each day that will move you closer to living your dream. It is those small incremental moves done day in and day out that ultimately create success. Most major accomplishments don't happen overnight. The most successful people in all walks of life work step by step to achieve their goals, whether they're recording an album, writing a book, making a film, building a business, creating a new product, or perfecting a skill. So make taking one small action each day towards your dream a new daily habit for success.
Absolutely. And, you can feel accomplished too, because you know that you made one, even if it was small, you made a step in the right direction. And I think when we feel more successful, we're going to be more successful. So that's what it was all about today. 11 daily habits for success. These were great, Christy. Thanks for putting these together.
You are very welcome. And I'm going to try to take my own advice and incorporate some of these in my day-to-day life. And I'm excited to see how they change and how they improve my success.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. I have so much to work on and improve on, but it's great to have kind of some guidelines to follow, some suggestions. These were awesome. So remember, everyone, if you don't wake up every day pumped and ready to go, that's completely normal. Me and Christy are right there with you.
Yep, we are.
Even the most successful people don't wake up every single day feeling motivated and ready to take on the world.
What makes these high achievers different from most of us is that they set themselves up for success with simple daily habits they can fall back on and use to launch themselves into a productive day, no matter how they felt when the alarm first went off.
For the next few weeks, we will be adding a new segment to our show called 5 Minutes with Michelle. Michelle Cunningham is truly living her dreams. As a former top network marketer for over 17 years, she has perfected using video to attract business on autopilot and turned that into $1 million company. Now she is empowering entrepreneurs around the globe with her trainings. She balances her life as a wife and a mom to 2 little ones, and the best part? She teaches her strategies for success with others freely. Check out our affiliate link for Michelle's programs at newlivingthedreampodcast.com. Take it away, Michelle.
Hi, it's Michelle Cunningham, and I'm super excited to be here sharing my top 10 success tips. So let's dive in. Number 1, vision. You need to know where you're going. Otherwise, how will you ever get there? I believe that having a written vision statement on your nightstand that you review every single morning that tells you your goals, your dreams, and your plans for your life is so important. And if that written vision statement also elicits tons of emotions and gets you into action every day, even better. That should be the goal with your vision statement, that it fires you up so much that you get up every day on fire, ready to conquer the world. Tip number 2, daily game plan. If you don't have a daily game plan, you will run around in circles like a mess. And so, the biggest problem with entrepreneurs is we don't like to be told what to do. We don't even like to tell ourselves what to do. But by doing that, we create a lot of pandemonium around when we have no plan. We just decide we're going to do whatever we want, whenever we want. And that's messy. But as an entrepreneur, when you decide to give yourself an actual game plan for the day, it feels less messy and it actually gives you more freedom. Sounds backwards, but that's how it works. So I'd recommend a daily game plan. Number 3, non-negotiable weekly goal. You could make it a non-negotiable daily goal, but life happens, and sometimes you don't get it done, but make it non-negotiable in the week. If you didn't get it done on Monday, you better have it done by Friday, whatever that goal is. And if you're trying to hit a certain goal or achieve a certain thing, make sure that you are focused specifically on that thing versus things that take you away from achieving that thing. There's a lot of noise out there, but you don't have to listen to it and you don't have to act on it. You can focus on the one thing you need to be focused on to get results. Number 4, focus on commitment, not motivation. Sometimes we just don't feel motivated, right? That's where you need to say, you know what? I don't care that I'm not motivated. I'm committed. I'm going to get this done anyway. Number 5, make the journey fun. Some people make things so stressful and so not fun, and that's not fun. I mean, we're only on this earth for a very short amount of time, so you might as well enjoy the journey while you're on it. So do things that make you happy. Be a little quirky. Be a little weird. Have a little fun. Don't take yourself too seriously, because literally there's a lot of fun to be had while you're making a lot of money. Number 6, get rid of time wasters. It's so interesting to listen to Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone's story and to hear that they literally gave up everything for years and years in order to achieve the success that they wanted. They didn't go to dinner. They didn't go to movies. They didn't buy anything they didn't needed. They used the money to invest in real estate and to build an empire. And so when you look at people like that, there is something about delayed gratification. So I would say to you, if the things you are spending money on right now are not getting you closer to your goal, then maybe stop doing that. Delay your gratification. You could do more of that once you've achieved the level of success that you want to achieve. Number 7, if it's to be, it's up to me. If you want something, it's up to you to get it. Not anybody else. Nobody's in your way. It is 100 million% up to you. So get it done. Number 8, successful women feel the fear and do it anyway. That was a life-changing thought for me. I didn't know that. I really thought successful women were just lucky. They were gifted with confidence. They were given tools in life that I was not given. And for years and years, I let that hold me back. Until one day, I met a friend who was insecure, who had social anxiety, who would get a red rash on her neck when she would talk in front of an audience. And she was succeeding and she was winning in a big way in her business. And she said to me, well, successful women feel the fear and do it anyway. I get up every day and I fight. I fight a good fight and I make things happen. And I have to do that every single day. And it's a good reminder for all of us that no, it's not easy, but it's so worth it. So reminder, successful women feel the fear and do it anyway. Number 9, this is a real freeing one. One person will not dictate my success. True story. Right? So like if someone's not nice or someone's not interested in your product or service or someone is just kind of being evil, that maybe falls into the not nice category. That is one person. Will that person dictate your success? No. Is it probably a person you don't need on the journey? Yes. Are there other people in this world? Absolutely. How many people are in the world? I don't know. A lot. So one person will not make or break your business. So stop focusing on that person and find the people that are actually interested in you and what you have to offer. And number 10 is find what you love to do and do more of it. Find that thing that you would do no matter what. Even if you didn't get paid for it, you would continue to do it. Find that thing and do it all the time. And in that, you will find a way to make a lot of money doing that thing. So again, it's Michelle Cunningham. Those are my top 10 success tips for you, reminding you to find joy in the journey, have a ton of fun with it. And if you'd like to find my quirky and different videos, head over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/directsalesmichelle. And I hope you have a beautiful day.
We hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If we've inspired you to begin developing daily habits for success, please check out our website, newlivingthedreampodcast.com, for more information. And if you have more great tips of your own, we'd love to get inspired by your success. Please share your story in our Facebook group, Simple Dream Life Strategies. We can't wait to hear from you.
Thanks for listening to Living the Dream podcast, where we know it's not just about achieving your goals in the future, it's about enjoying your journey along the way.
Music for today's episode was provided by Peter Alden's Kingdom Classics, now available for purchase on our website. This presentation represents the opinions of the hosts and guests of the show. Our show is informational and for entertainment purposes only. Always consult your healthcare professional for any medical questions. While we make every effort to ensure that the information we are sharing is accurate, we welcome your comments and suggestions. Contact information for Krista Joy can be found at disneyways.com/connect. Reach out to Christy Fredericks at disneyworldenthusiast.com/about. At Living the Dream Podcast, we know it's not just about achieving your goals in the future, it's about enjoying your journey along the way.